Hi everyone, my name is Erika Buri. I'm the director of the Illinois Park System, and this is my daughter, Madeline, and we are here to present you with So this week we're going to cover gardening and seed starting and ways to keep your kids busy. I know that we're no longer in stay-at-home order, but we still have to figure out how to occupy our kids regardless. So some quick, easy activities to get them busy and outside and grow some seeds and start your own garden. Should be exciting. If you're interested in having a garden in your yard, or you have space in your garden for your yard, I would consider raised beds. They're just really a lot easier to manage in terms of weeds. They make it a whole lot easier for the kiddos to access, and they can be small. I wouldn't make them any wider than 4 feet though, because that makes it easier to reach across. But raised beds are awesome, and they do, however, require a lot of dirt. So if you are worried about that, then look up something called hugelkultur, which means you just throw a bunch of old leaves and straw and branches and wood in the bottom of your bed, and then you put dirt on top, so that will kind of fill in the space, and it'll also help your plants, your garden, get lots of nutrients going forward. So one way to do it, if you don't have room for a garden, containers. There's lots of plants that grow really well in containers: tomatoes, blueberries, peppers, and tomatillos, potatoes. I've done all of those things in containers. So if you have a couple containers, you can, and the advantage to containers is you can move them to sunny spaces in your yard. So that's another convenience. If you don't have any of that, there are certainly plants that you can grow in your house. Herbs are perfect for that. And there's some other things that I've recently seen that you can grow just in plain water. So a little bit of research will help you figure out some things you can grow in your house if you don't have the option of growing anything outside. Don't worry about getting this wrong. There's really no way to get gardening wrong, and if it doesn't work out, you can go to the grocery store. So you don't have to worry if your tomatoes don't do well, or if you don't get any celery. I hate growing celery. Or if, your peppers get a blight or something, you can go get those all at the grocery store. So, don't be afraid to start. It's never too late to start seeds. Quite honestly, I almost never get my garden really ready until mid-June. I just am too busy in May. And if you start some seeds now, you'll have some great plants started for the summer. There's a couple ways to get seeds started in your house. And everyone, I'm sure, more toilet paper rolls. So the first activity we're going to talk about is using a toilet paper roll to make small pots for starting seeds in. All you need to do is cut the sides of the tube, like so. Fold the sides in. Use some packing tape to hold the bottom together.
Packing tape? Can I show them how you tape it?
You can. Here you go. And then Madeline decorated it with stickers, markers, whatever's gonna spend time. You can get seeds from Walmart, from Meijer, from the local garden store.
So this
lots
is
of
how
options.
you tape.
Madeline's gonna show you how to tape it. Maybe we can trim that. Oh, you got it. Good job.
This is how you tape it.
And then what you'll probably want to do is get a Tupperware container to put the pots in so they don't leak everywhere. But the easy peasy way to start seeds, and honestly then you can either plant these in the ground and they'll decompose, or you can cut them off the plants as they get bigger. Egg cartons make great seed starters just because they won't leak. There's enough space for plenty of seeds. Your kids can compare which seeds are growing faster when. We eat a lot of eggs. We have a lot of egg cartons. Don't use the paper ones. They will leak. But it's a good way to use your styrofoam ones. One of the things we tried this year that I hadn't done before was to grow plants from the veggies in our refrigerator. So we ate some celery. I put it the bottom in a jar and added some water, just water, and it started to grow some leaves. This took a little bit longer. The lettuce worked way better. So again, just cut the big lettuce. I don't know if you have green lettuce, red lettuce, whatever. Used it for salads. Took the bottom, put it in some water, and about a week later we had leaves growing. So kind of a fun, really quick thing to do with your kids as well. Lots of other plants will do that. Again, a little bit of research, Googling online will help you figure that out without any problem. Once you've gotten your seeds started or your garden started, you can further occupy your kiddos by having them make observations in the garden. So find a notebook or, staple some paper together, decorate it with magazine pages, have them color, cut out pictures from seed catalogs, any of those things, and then they can make daily observations of their plants, just see what the weather is. And then you are not only keeping them busy, but you are helping them develop good observation skills. They're doing writing, they're doing art, so lots of things that will help them continue learning skills without it seeming like homework. And again, keeps them busy. So, trying to find a way to entertain Madeline. A few weeks ago, we were going to start our garden and we needed plant markers. So we took some canning lids and we glued Mod Podge some paper that I had drawn the vegetable on, and Madeline, who needed some practice writing her letters, wrote her letters on, and then, go ahead, show them.
You need to stick them in the ground on a cloudy day before it rains.
Before it rains. So I just super glued them to a knife from our carry-out silverware. Popsicle sticks work, clothespins on sticks, rocks, painted rocks work for plant markers. I even yesterday saw that you can take your number 6 plastics and turn them into shrinky dinks, so check that out. But skewers, all sorts of ways to occupy them and label your garden. Another thing you can do for your garden is just to decorate it. So one of the activities we found was to make a windsock. The other advantage to this is they can run around the yard with it, and it kind of waves behind them like a kite. It's pretty fun. You can use a milk jug. We had a cottage cheese container, so pretty much anything. You can tape the ribbon. If you don't have ribbon, you can use string. If we had some gift wrap ribbon that worked really well. And attach it to the container and let it blow around in the wind. It's great, and also it keeps any birds that might eat your plants away, and maybe some critters too. So easy craft. Plastic is hard to decorate. Markers work. Again, you can glue things to it like we did the other project last week, but pretty quick, 25 minutes. Another garden art project that we did just involved a stick and some beads, and honestly, this occupied Madeline and kept her quiet for quite a long time. So we strung some beads on just some garden wire. You could use string. We found a stick that was, what's the shape of that stick? What letter?
Y.
Y. It is a Y-shaped stick. And now we can hang it up or stick it in the ground in the garden, and it'll look really.
No, it's for my window.
Or you can put it in your window. whichever you want.
In your room too.
In your room. Great way to decorate your room. What other way to keep your kids busy, especially when it's raining, is to just look for seeds in your house. Go through your kitchen, see what you've got in your cabinets. Is it oatmeal, popcorn, nuts, berries, dried fruit, whatever. Those are all seeds, so we can talk about what they are, where they come from. Almonds come from California. There's a whole story about how we get our almonds pollinated. But then you can make snacks. So make trail mix, make granola, make muesli.
I'm hungry.
Eat some crackers with peanut butter on them. All sorts of things you can do with seeds that involve eating them. And I will add my mom's granola recipe in the comments. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you all are keeping yourselves busy and hanging in there, and we'll see you again soon.